Hey everyone, this is Dan Bell, and welcome to the Cutting Room Floor. This is episode number 28, and on this episode I'm going to be discussing the Sunrise Mall, the production of the Sunrise Mall video, and I'm also going to be doing a short Twitter Q&A. I put a call out earlier this evening for people to send me questions, and I'm going to answer some of those questions in this video. So if you'd like to see this video without my commentary, you can click on the link in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and that will take you over to the original video. So let me start off, and we'll get into the Q&A in a bit here, but let me start off real quick. This is my favorite Dead Mall series episode, and I don't think I will ever make one better than this. Is that... I mean... That may sound like crazy, but it's true. I don't know if I'll be able to top this because it's the mall had everything. It really did. There is no mall like this anywhere in the country. The Legend of Billie Jean, a film that I loved and still love, but not as much as when I was a kid, was shot in this mall, 1985. Or 84, 85, it was shot there. The mall has not changed at all. Looks exactly the same. Except, well, there's a few changes, but overall, it's the same mall. And it's dead, which is insane. And it's literally, like, kind of teetering on the edge of being non-existent. I'm just glad that I was able to get down to this mall and get this video made before this goes away, because this is the last one. And when I say the last one, I mean this is the last mall where a film was shot, where in the 80s, you got 30 years later, it still looks the same. There are no malls like that anywhere left. So, not to my knowledge. Now, if I'm wrong, please tell me, but I really think that this is like a rare kind of mall. Like, there is no mall with those three things going on right now. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I've looked and researched and tried to find something similar, but there isn't anything. So, real quick, we went to Corpus Christi. My producer, Will Krapinski, who you all know, good friend, we went on a road trip, and the first stop in the road trip, well, this was technically the second stop, but we stopped in Austin first, came here to Corpus, filmed the mall, we left, and about 8 hours later and 500 miles away to the west of Corpus, I discovered that the camera that I used to film the video had malfunctioned. And I cannot even tell you how disappointed I was. I was so disappointed. And the thing is, like, driving from Baltimore to Corpus, that's 24 hours of driving. We were beat. Like, and I wanted to get out west because I wanted to film ghost towns. Little did I know that we would be attacked by bees. If you've been following the exploits on this channel, you can see what nightmare scenarios we had on this trip. Bees, mosquitoes, every possible thing that could have caused some kind of a skin irritation or bite or whatever. I had a spider bite. I mean, I had everything possible. Poison oak, poison ivy, whatever it was. It was just miserable. But anyway, we decided to come back to the mall at the end of the trip. I just said, I've got to go back. And that's what I did. I went back and filmed, and I'm just glad that I did. But at the time, after we had left the mall and were 8 hours west, I didn't feel like driving back. I'm like, I don't feel like going backwards. Like, I'm so tired. So we just I didn't think we'd go back, but then we did, so I'm glad we did. But anyway, let me get to the Q&A because we're going to run out of time here. So I'm going to go on Twitter here on my phone and bring up the questions here, and let me find something good. Ben Smith asks, before Sunrise Mall, what was your favorite dead mall that you filmed in? That's a hard one. I'm gonna say the Schuylkill Mall. I'm gonna say the Schuylkill Mall. And the Schuylkill Mall looks a lot like this mall because it has like that kind of the brown terracotta floor tiles. But, or terrazzo, I think it's called terrazzo, if I'm not mistaken. Terrazzo floors, those brown tiles. That probably was my favorite. Just because it had all the fountains and stuff still working, those vintage fountains. And Schuylkill Mall has really gone down the tube since I've been there, so it's unfortunate, but let's move on to another question. Thank you, Ben. Kelsey Drummond asks, how do you go about locating and eventually filming a dead mall? I use Yelp, and that's how I find dead malls. What I do, because I will travel for these videos, so basically, I'll just pick where I'm going to go by the malls. I haven't done this in a while, because I haven't been filming as many malls. I literally have like 10 malls that I have not edited yet for the series. It's probably more than that. So I've got a nice big backlog of malls. But what I do is I open Yelp, go to the map part of Yelp, and then pick your city or pick a location and just type in shopping mall. And then I find the ones with the worst reviews, go online, research, find more reviews, and see what they look like, see if there's any photos of them, and then I go and film them. Sometimes I'll go to a mall and it's not dead enough, or I'm just not feeling it. I've actually been to several malls that's happened where I've gone in and just been like, this is not going to work. But it's weird because like the mall, what was that mall called in Pennsylvania? I can't remember the name of it. Coventry Mall, that's the one. Coventry Mall, I filmed it begrudgingly because I was like, this mall is not good enough. I just felt like it wasn't good, and I never edited it. And then people kept badgering me. They're like, you should do Coventry Mall. So I'm like, well, I already did it. So I put it together, and when I did, everybody went crazy for it. So sometimes I'm wrong, but most of the time I think that, the malls I go to, I hate malls that have been renovated in the 2000s. Like, I really hate that look. I like when they're renovated like in the mid-90s, when they still have like the goofy kind of floor tiles and weird colors and stuff like that. Like, I like that because you don't see that anywhere anymore, but the newer stuff you see everywhere. So I really like vintage looking malls, if that makes any sense. Let me see. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Okay, Robert asks, were there any times in which security or police asked you to stop filming inside of a dead mall? Of course. Originally, when I started doing this, the first mall I ever did a video on for the Dead Mall series was Fredericktown Mall. And at the time, that mall was already closed, so I just filmed through the windows. Later on, of course, as everyone knows, I got in and filmed 2 videos, one during the day and one during the evening. That's where the Neon Dreams video was shot. So I did that, and then I did Owings Mills, and then I did Glen Burnie Mall. So all three of those malls I had no problem. Glen Burnie and Owings Mills, I use my cell phone. And I thought after that, I said, well, this is easy. I can just, I can film anywhere. I went to Landmark Mall. And at Landmark Mall, security came up and told me, within 2 seconds of me taking my phone out, they told me to stop. And I was so pissed off and disappointed. And I was like, God damn it. I just wanted to film the mall. So we left. Second mall I went to after I got caught was Marley Station Mall. Same thing happened at Marley Station. So at that point I was like, I need to figure out something else. So that's when I came up with my technique of using a hidden camera. And I do use a hidden camera. It works great and nobody knows I'm filming, and I haven't had a problem since. So usually what I do is I walk around, film the corridors, and then I come back after I'm done all that, so I get that out of the way, and I film and I do like the detail shots with like my iPhone. Who says cell phone anymore? I take my iPhone and film the detail shots, so like going into the gates and looking into the darkened spaces that are empty, and details. So that's how it's done. But that was the problem that happened at this mall, that the equipment that I use, the hidden equipment, is wonky at best. So it did not work, and I was very upset, but I got to go back and shoot it, so it worked out just fine. All right, I'm looking for another question here, and would you like to travel to Europe to explore our empty shopping centers? If I go to Europe, I'm not going to malls. I have no interest in European shopping centers. I will be going to cafes, flea markets, and art museums. Those are the things I'll be visiting in Europe. Thank you. What inspired my interest in dead malls? This is from Eli Restuccio. I like contrasts. And when I say contrasts, I am obsessed with contrasts of things that once were that no longer are. And I think that that's something I have always had an obsession with. So a dead mall is really, when you imagine it filled with people and then you see it like it is today. That's why I love Sunrise Mall, because we have a film that was shot there. We have clips from film that show the mall with all these people in it, and it had life to it. And we see it today and it's just empty. So I like that contrast between yesterday and today. I think that that's something that drives a lot of my, a lot of the work that I do, and a lot of the kind of the artistic vision that I have in my work that I put together. Oh gosh, I'm trying to find some good ones here. Let me go. Someone asked me, will you go to Century 3 Mall? I did go to Century 3 Mall, and it's in the series, so you should go look for it, because I did go there. If you could go back in time, which mall would I visit in its prime and why? This is from the Place of Madness. I would probably go to Sunrise Mall on the day that they filmed Billie Jean and try to be an extra. That's what I would do. And I would go grab some marbles off the floor. Okay, one more quick question. What is the oldest dead mall that I've ever been to? That's from Denise. The oldest dead mall I've ever been to. That's a difficult. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think one of the malls I've been to opened in the 60s, so that would probably be, but I can't remember which one it was. I'll have to look into that. That's an interesting question. I love being stumped. Thank you, Denise. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting the Dead Mall series, and as long as you guys keep enjoying them, I'll keep making them, because I do enjoy making these videos. A lot of work, though. A lot of work goes into making them, so... but, thank you all for... Oh, my goodness gracious. This is when I have to talk for 15 minutes, and I have to talk without someone talking with me. I get tongue-tied. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and we will talk soon. I'll be back next week.